Hey everyone, welcome back to another mini-sode of the Ethical Consumer Podcast. I'm your host, Julia, and today I have another exciting carbon neutral announcement. FedEx, yes, FedEx is going carbon neutral by 2040. At least that's the goal. There's a lot more larger companies such as United Airlines, FedEx, the entire city of Des Moines, other cities, other companies that are pledging to go carbon neutral. And of course, we'll see if they're able to achieve that by their set date. Either way, even if they don't make complete carbon neutrality by their estimated time, we are still going to be moving in that direction, which is exactly where we need to be going. This is not the first time that FedEx has set the bar a little higher. Since 2009, they have reduced their carbon emissions by 40%, all while their package handling volume has increased by 99%. So business went up, transportation went up, but carbon emissions went down. How'd they do that? By using more fuel-efficient vehicles, FedEx has been able to significantly reduce their carbon footprint. And by vehicles, I mean ground and also their planes. Back in 2012, FedEx started the FedEx Fuel Sense and Aircraft Modernization Program. That is a mouthful. Basically, they started updating their aircraft with more fuel-efficient ones and also starting to play around with alternative fuels. Since 2012, they've saved a combined amount of 1.43 billion gallons of jet fuel and avoided over 13.5 metric tons of carbon emissions. That's a pretty big deal. And this was back in 2012. Some companies were jumping on board at that time, but that was still pretty early to adopt a fleet-wide reduction in carbon emissions. FedEx plans to continue this with their ground fleet as well, upgrading to electric vehicles, and eventually having their entire fleet be electric. They're also going to be contributing to sustainable energy research, adopting it in their shipping facilities, and partnering with Yale University to start a carbon sequestering program to help reduce the amount of carbon that's already been released into the air. FedEx has pledged $100 million to the Yale Center of Natural Carbon Capture. This is another example, not unlike United Airlines, where one very large company is going to help so many other companies because they are funding the research, they're funding the sequestering, the capture, the storage research, and the facilities to do so. In addition to the movement of the parcels themselves, if you're using a FedEx branded box, 100% of their packaging is recyclable and 45% of it comes from recycled material. So we're continuing this thought of keeping paper and cardboard products in rotation for longer, continuing to make sure it is recyclable and making sure it is made from recycled materials. This, of course, is an imperfect system. It is always best to shop local when you can. However, in an episode that was actually just recorded yesterday, that'll be coming out next week with Olivia for the Ocean, we discussed how sometimes, depending on where you live, I know this has come up before, depending on where you live, you might not be able to get as many waste-free or the choice options that you'd like. It would be ideal to be able to buy everything within, a 20-mile radius of where you live. However, shipping is going to be something that's not going away, especially when we're talking about the shipping that has to occur in order to get it to a store, hopefully no more than 20 miles away from you. This is just a way of life. Not everything is manufactured and sold in the same place. Everything is shipped across the US and globally as well. The more fuel efficient or the less carbon reliant all of these shipping strategies can start to become, the cleaner it's going to be and the less harmful it's going to be to the environment if we continue to ship stuff, which we're going to. Let's just accept that right now. It'd be ideal to get everything local. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I hope you enjoy these episodes, seeing what larger companies are doing. It definitely benefits the little guys. We're always for supporting the little guys, but it's also the big companies that can make the biggest dent in funding for research and new technologies, and that's going to trickle down to benefit everyone. Thanks so much, guys. This has been another mini-sode of the Ethical Consumer Podcast. If you're not already, find us on Facebook, give us a like, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, TikTok now, and subscribe to our newsletter to get a single newsletter, not spamming you, every week that has a wrap-up of the episodes that we've recently put out and also some of my favorite things. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you next time.